Hey there, friends. Welcome back to my channel. Shalita here. So you guys, it's fall. It's finally here. My favorite season. I mean, it's been here, for a few weeks. And the moment it hit September 1st, I mean, like, that was fall for me. But it's actually starting to feel like fall here. Like, it was 40 degrees this morning. Like, what? Yes, like, let me step outside of my sleep shorts to, get the mail. Feel that chill rushing through my leg hairs or whatever.
Bitch, what?
Okay, too much? Too much. Okay, I'm sorry. But yes, guys, it's fall and I'm loving it. I feel so good. The air feels crisp and clean and, despite pollution and yada yada yada. It's fall and this is my favorite season and I am super excited. So like most lovers of fall, this is the time of year that, I just wanna curl up on the couch, read a good book, sip some coffee, which I'm gonna drink coffee all day long anyway, but it's the vibe, right? It's like, this is what you're supposed to do during this season, right? So for us fall lovers, this is our time to shine. So with that in mind, y'all, I got 10 books, 10 cozy fall books that you need to read this season. Turn off that daggone Netflix. We not Netflixing and chilling, okay? All right? Stop it. Turn it off. Turn that documentary off. Open a book. I mean, you can watch a little Netflix show, but let's open a book. I mean, if you're here, I don't really have to tell you that. You're already a reader. You already enjoy reading. 10 books, 10 cozy fall books that you need to add to your reading list this season, okay? So I've got some romance, got some fantasy. I even have some horror. Now hear me out. I know you're like, Shalita, how in the hell is horror cozy? I'm gonna explain it. Just roll with your girl. Just trust me on this, okay? So before we get into things though, y'all know the drill. I'm gonna need my seasoned veterans, my day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whenever you discovered me before today. I'm gonna need y'all to let the new kids in the class know what they're supposed to do, okay? Y'all go ahead. Like a singer at a concert, I'm gonna hold the mic out. Where's my hold the microphone out and y'all tell them what they need to do. Did y'all say like, comment, and subscribe? See, good job. I trained you well. I taught y'all well. All right, so y'all know the drill. Like, comment, and subscribe. Come back and hang out with me, okay? All right, so now we got that out of the way. Let's jump into this list. Okay, so first of all, let me just say, okay, so I have 10 books for you all. So the first 5 I can 100% vouch for, I have read. The last 5 I have not read. But hear me out. Don't come for me because I haven't read them. I fully intend to read these. These sound amazing. So I'm just trying to put you up on game. Just trying to give you a little knowledge. Make sure that you are in the loop. I want to put these books on your radar as well. So that way, if you haven't read them either, you can read them too. All right? Okay? All right. All right, so the first book that I have for you is Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldree. So this is a cozy fantasy. If you're not a fantasy reader, but you want to, dabble in it a little bit, this is a safe bet. This isn't like some epic fantasy. There's not a whole bunch of action. This gives, like those little cozy video games like Animal Crossing or the cafe games. That's the vibe that this kind of gives. Okay. So we have our main character, Viv. Viv is an ogre. I mean, you can see it there on the cover. Viv is an ogre. She's a mercenary, but she's tired of that life. You know, she's tired of being the bad guy. She's tired of being the one kicking down the doors, yanking people up, swinging that sword. You know, she's tired of that kind of life. She wants to live in her soft girl era. She gets this idea. Hey, I want to open a coffee shop. Sounds like a great plan, right? The only problem in it, the only problem is Viv doesn't know the first thing about running a business, and she barely even knows what coffee is. She just happened to have it at a cafe on one of her little missions, and she thought to herself, hey, I could do this. This tastes good. I could bring this, you know, I want to settle down somewhere and bring this to the people. So that's what she does. She sets out on this mission to start a new life and open a coffee shop. But when you don't know the first thing about it, you kind of gotta enlist help. You gotta get help, right? She kind of collects these other, you know, magical beings along the way. And then she just slowly collects people, you know, collects these people along the way who have a talent that she recognizes. She recognizes a talent in them and she brings it out. Like, she inspires them and they inspire her, and it has this found family aspect to it. You know, they all inspire each other and support each other, and it's just really, it just has good vibes. You know, this is such a cozy read, and the fact that it's the title, I mean, Legends and Lattes, clearly this book is made for reading with a nice hot cup of coffee. So excellent read. There is a sequel to this. I believe there is a book 2 to this. I have not read it. I have not read book 2, but book 1 was, yeah, this one is definitely a nice, tranquil, smooth vibe, man. I enjoyed it. Next on the list is Fall Shook Up by Piper Sheldon. And this is a part of the Cozy Creek collection. So there are like multiple books in this collection written by various different authors. So this is the only one that I've read from this series, but they all kind of take place in this small town. You're definitely getting the cozy small town vibe. You're getting the cozy small town vibes in this one. This is a romance, and it's very Hallmark-esque. You know, it's very, if you enjoy Hallmark movies, if you enjoy, you know, just cute cozy romance, this is an excellent read. So in this one, we have our main characters, Levi and Claire. So they are very much giving the grumpy sunshine trope here. So we have Levi, who is this, you know, this, I don't want to say burly, but you know, he's that outdoorsman, you know, the beard and the tree chopping type vibe, right? And he lives up on this, you know, he lives in the small town, up in the mountains or whatever, just him and his dog. And he likes it. He likes being, even though he's in a small town, he likes being kind of removed from the rest of the town. He's a loner, you know, he enjoys his solitude, and if he could keep it that way, he would. And then we have our girl Claire here, who is, you know, running from the big city. You know, she's just getting out of a terrible breakup, and she just needs to get away from it all. And I think she's a writer, so she's trying to get away from the big city, get somewhere that, you know, is affordable, and some place that she can write and finish her whatever she's working on. She's just full of this energy, and it doesn't exactly mix well with Levi, you know, wanting to be left alone. You know, here you have this overly talkative, nosy, inquisitive woman. Definitely gives the cozy fall vibes. There's even like a fall harvest scene, and there's dancing and bonfires, and very very fall coded. So the next book I do not own it physically. It was a library book when I read it, but I did just recently order it because it's definitely was one of my top reads last year, and that is How to Fail at Flirting by Denise Williams. If you have been around here for a while, you have heard me singing Denise Williams praises like nonstop. She is one of my favorite, like my top favorite romance authors. And it's because she just does banter so well. It's great rom-com. So the reason this one fits so well into this category is because it is one of our main characters is a college professor. So I don't know about you, but when I think about fall, I think about school and college and yada yada yada. So you know, the academics. So, or at least that's one of the things I think of when I think about fall. So this is so this story follows our main characters, Jake and Naya, and they are honestly just hands down to this day still one of my favorite like book couples. So Naya is a college professor, and Jake, I can't really tell you what Jake does because then that would kind of give away like one of the big surprises in the book. So Naya is a college professor. She kind of she runs like a special STEM program that's actually like on the brink of possibly losing its funding. But you know, not only that, she had a terrible relationship. So trigger warning here, it does reference domestic violence. So anyway, Naya's a workaholic. She was in a bad relationship and hasn't really put herself out there since. And her friends are like, girl, you need to get a life. You can't keep being the third wheel to us. I need for you to get out there. So they make her this list of things that Naya needs to do to get herself out there and live. And one of those things on the list is, you know, picking up a guy in a bar or flirting or whatever. So her and Jake cross paths. They're both so awkward and cute. They're both like dorky. I mean, she's a professor, and they tell a lot of dad jokes in between each other. It has a little bit of a long distance aspect, so we're getting like some text exchange. It's such a good time. It's fun. It's flirty, and it just, you really see Naya like putting herself back out there and kind of taking a risk. So it's fun to see. All right, so the next book on our list. So this is one I actually read last month, and if you've read it, you might be like, Shalita, how the hell is that cozy? Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine by Gail Honeyman. Okay, hear me out. This is why this works. This is why this is perfect for fall and why it's cozy. Eleanor is our main female character. Eleanor is very eccentric. She kind of marches to the beat of her own drum. And she's often misunderstood, possibly even on the spectrum, on the autism spectrum. But this works for fall for me. This feels cozy to me because we are on this journey of self-discovery with this woman. Eleanor she doesn't have any friends. It's not even that she doesn't have very many. Eleanor doesn't have any friends. She tends to be on the outside of, you know, the social scene, and she's kind of okay with that, or has been. You know, she has a routine. She's got her own little routine. She's got her own little structure, and it's what's always worked for her. And then she meets this guy at work, and it's not even about romance. She meets this guy at work who's, you know, kind of off-putting to her. She's kind of like, ugh, like, oh man, he's got some habits that are, you know, like kind of gross. But they develop this friendship. He's just kind of one of those people like I'm gonna be your friend. Like he kind of inserts himself into her life, and they form this bond, this friendship, and he just slowly chips away, or helps chip away at these walls that she's built up, and these self-deprecating things. And Eleanor had a very traumatic childhood, and he kind of helps get her on this journey of self-healing and tackling those demons, because there's things that she doesn't want to talk about, but slowly but surely he I guess helps her face those things. So just watching her grow and healing that inner child is it just feels like the right thing to read in the fall. It feels like such a feel-good thing to read during the fall. And her humor, her wit, you just wanna curl up and just listen to her. The audiobook, I loved it. Like, laugh out loud funny at work. Like, just, man, this girl, this woman, if half of the things that she said in her head, if she really said them out loud, oh my God, she would slice and dice them. This is contemporary fiction, so a good percentage of this is like Eleanor's inner monologue. So if that is not something that you like, you might not gel with this, but I highly recommend this. This is an excellent read. So the last book that I would recommend that I've actually read, this is another one where you're like, Shalita, what the hell? This does not give fall to me. I'm gonna tell you why. It works. Hold on, y'all. Books and stuff are sliding. Okay. All right. Vampires of El Norte by Isabel Cañas. So, I know you're like, okay, well, clearly it's fall coated vampires, but how is it cozy, Shalita? So this isn't just some horror novel. First and foremost, it is a historical horror with a little bit of a love story, a little bit of romance to it. And that's one of the reasons it's kind of cozy. So this is set during the Mexican-American War, and it follows our two main characters. I think his name is it Nestor? Nana and Nestor. Yes, Nana and Nestor, who are like childhood sweethearts. So they grew up together. They had this whole plan of like, hey, when we get older, I'm gonna marry you. We're gonna get married. I don't know if they plan to run away together, but we're gonna get married and, start a family, yada, yada, yada. And then something tragic happens. Something so tragic and so scarring happens that Nestor can't believe what he saw, and Nana has no recollection of it. Years pass, they have lost touch, and then the war begins. And somehow they are back in each other's orbit. And there's so much longing and tension. There's this divide between them, right? Like he left and she doesn't know why. Like, why did you run away? Like, you were the love of my life. So you have that love story where all this longing and pining and between these two, and then you've got the backdrop of the war, and then you got vampires, right? So a big component of this that I really loved is the way the author paints the picture of Mexico during this time, which, those borders, moved and all this, but I don't want to say ancient Mexico, but, like real Mexico back then, before the war and lines got drawn and stuff. Just the landscape, the way she paints that picture, and the sky and the plant life and everything. It's just such beautiful imagery. Like you just picture it in your mind. Like this was something to behold. Like this was beautiful. Just the way she described everything and the culture and their way of living back then. So you get all that in this. I really, really enjoyed this. This is an excellent read. So yeah, it's cozy because of the love story. It's cozy because of, her depiction of Mexico during that time period. So if you are a fan of, historical fiction, if you're a fan of horror, it's a nice fusion, a nice mash up. Good Lord, can't talk today. Nice mash up, and you got the little love story in there too. So very sweet, excellent read. Those are the ones that I can personally vouch for and say, read those books. All right, so next up, I have 5 books for you that I have acquired or I'm in the process of acquiring. I want to read them, so I'm just trying to put y'all up on game. I'm just trying to let y'all know what's out there. For the first book, okay, funnily enough, so y'all know I went shopping for my birthday last month. Right. And I picked up these books because I was like, oh, these are giving fall. These sound like cozy little fall romances. Little did I know, I actually picked up books 2 and 3. I didn't realize, I didn't pick up book 1. I didn't know. I didn't know it was a 3-book series. I didn't even know when I didn't know. So I didn't know they were like books 2 and 3. I didn't know the order of things. When I picked them up, I was like, oh, okay, these are interconnected. But I didn't realize y'all get what I'm saying. So the first one that I picked up, so this is book 2 in this, I think it's called the Elemental Love or Element series. It's Kiss and Spell, and this is by Celestine Martin. So first of all, ding, ding, ding. Look at the cover. You got your little magic ball, your little crystal ball here. Kiss and Spell, ha ha ha, word pun. And just look at the cover, period. The color, the covers, it's definitely giving fall, Halloween. So this is a romantasy, but it's not like a difficult one. It doesn't sound like it's like these don't have an extravagant amount of like world building. It sounds like these are going to be set in like modern times. So we have our main characters, Ursula and Prince Xavier. Ursula is just a girl trying to find her a happy ending. She's just trying to find her happily ever after. And apparently she's been looking for love in all the wrong places. Just hasn't had any luck. So then we have our Prince Xavier. He too is looking for love, but he's a prince, and you know how these fairy tales go. He's looking for true love's first kiss. Apparently Xavier has no game. He is not good with the ladies, right? He needs a little help in that department. So she needs to find love, and he needs to find his confidence and learn how to talk to women. So they kind of form this alliance, like, hey, I'll help you find love, I'll help you find a man if you help me learn to talk to the ladies. So this sounds cute. Sounds like there's gonna be some playful banter, and if this is them, why y'all looking all around when y'all right in front of each other's face?
So pick me. Choose me. Love me.
Clearly, they probably won't get together, but there's probably going to be some, magical hijinks along the way, and we're going to get a cute little story out of it. Next is book 3 in that series, and this is Deja Brew, once again by Celestine Martin. So this is an interconnected series. In Deja Brew, our main characters are Serena and Gus. So I don't know if I made this obvious. I think I said it in the last book that our Ursula was a witch. So this is, you know, this follows, you know, clearly, you know, sister, you know, a coven. They're sisters, witches. All right, anyway, so Serena's magic is doing whatever it wants to do. Her magic is out of whack, out of sorts, on the fritz, and she don't know how to control it. She don't know how to get herself back on track. She's out of sorts. And then she starts having a little bit of a Groundhog Day situation. This is on the back, I ain't spoiling nothing. So it just seems that she's just in this time loop, repeating the same month over and over again. And then we have our man Gus. So our man Gus, he's a warlock, he's a male witch, and a former reality star. So he returns, I don't know if he returns home or does he just move there? Anyway, he moves to the little small town that she lives in, right? Tail between his legs, you know, had his heart broken. He's just trying to, you know, start over, start fresh, start anew. And then he realized he got a little thing for Serena. Got a little thing for Serena. Did I also mention, I think Serena's a chef. Did I say she's a chef? Yes, she's a chef. She's a witch and she's a chef. So anyway, so Gus decides, hey, you know, I think I want to see if there's something there. You know, I want to get with her. I want to make her mine. He decides, hey, let's strike this little bargain. Let me help you out. Let me help you out with your magic. And you can help me with this, you know, with this little recipe, this little, you know, help me cook or something. So we're going to see how that plays out. It sounds cute. Sounds like a little, you know, I don't know if the trope is there. I don't know, but he falls first because it said he was crushing. He had a crush on her, so he falls first. I don't really care about tropes. As long as it's not a miscommunication or a pregnancy trope. This one's cute. It's set during October. She's a witch. Look at those pumpkins. Okay, pumpkin. Okay, pumpkin. It sounds cute, right? Next up is a fantasy. This is a romantasy. And it is Lore of the Wilds by Annalise Sabrana. So check the cover. Y'all, if I see a cover and there's like trees on it, or there's a forest setting and I see, you know, woodland-esque creatures, it says fall to me. I mean, don't get me wrong, I know that the forest exists all year long, but when I think of spring, I think of parks. When I see a forest, I think of fall, you know. That's just me. In this story, we have our main female character, Lore. So Lore is a human and she is living in a world that's ruled by Fae. The Fae. And you know, apparently life is not good. Life is not good up under them, right? Life is not good under the rule of the Fae. And Lore is tired of being held down. She is tired of living this life. So she concocts a little plan. She's like, yo, I need to get a little bit of magic of my own. I need to be able to, you know, fight the power. Stand up to the man or the Fae. So she devises this little plan, right? So she goes to this Fae Lord and she's like, hey, you know that library that's, you know, in the middle of the woods, middle of the forest that y'all can't enter, the Fae can't enter. Y'all ain't been able to get up in that place in like 1,000 years. I mean, since I'm not doing anything for the rest of my life, how about I just, you know, go on over there for you guys, check it out, see what's in there. So the Fae Lord, you know, being greedy, wanting that power, is like, all right, girl, I'm send you on out there on this little research mission. Okay, I need you to catalog everything that you see, everything that's up in there. So she's like, yes, I'm gonna go get me some power. Get me some power. But he's like, hold on. You're a human, I don't trust you. So I'm gonna send my 2 little lieutenants with you. Make sure you get there. Make sure you bring your ass back. So Laura sets off on the mission to this enchanted library that no Fae has entered for hundreds and thousands of years. She has her motive the Fae Lord who is sending her has his motive. But as y'all can see, she's going she's away out of the wind jet, away out of the wind jet. She's going to the woods with these two fine specimens here. So, it's a romantasy, y'all. It's a romantasy. It's giving one girl, two guys situation. So, I do anticipate a fair amount of spice in this. I do. So, if you are looking for something to cozy up to with a little bit of chili spice in it, I think this is gonna be the one for you. This is gonna be the one. The next book. Now, this is one that Shaughnessy talked about. This is on Amazon. Wait a minute. This is on Kindle Unlimited. So, if you have that subscription, this is free to you. And this is The Wrong Kind of Falling by Whitney Amazine. I mean, look at the cover. It's clearly giving fall. So this is what looks like a cozy romance, right? So we got our two main characters. I don't know their names right now. Hold on, let's look up their names. I remember. Oh, I think her name is Romilly. And then his name is something very, I don't know, posh. Let's see. Let's look it up real quick. Because if I'm going to inform you, I need to inform you, right? While I'm looking that up. So, I mean, are you all, what do you enjoy reading most in the fall? Do you enjoy reading like cozy romance? Do you enjoy reading thrillers, horror? I just realized I don't think I picked any horror on this list. Well, I did say cozy, and there's nothing. Something cozy about a thriller, right? I mean, I guess there's nothing really cozy about a horror either, but here we are. The Wrong Kind of Falling. Dang, girl, get it together. Yeah, what is your vibe during the fall? What do you lean more towards? Yeah, see, I was right about her, Romilly. And then our dude, Sebastian. I knew it was something. I know he has some kind of name. I was thinking Brock at first. They don't even sound alike. All right, so we have our main characters, Romilly and Sebastian. So Sebastian comes from money, big money, right? But he's kind of living a life that his family doesn't agree with. He is a professional MMA fighter, and his family's like, stop. That's embarrassing us. You are not living up to the family name. So they end up cutting him off, no funding for you, buddy. And then we have our girl Romilly. So Romilly, I think she owns some kind of pet business. I don't know if she has a grooming business. Yeah, I think she has a grooming business. Anyway, so she's a small business owner, owns a grooming business, but business isn't exactly booming. She has fallen on hard times herself, and she is in desperate need of help. So she needs help with her business. She needs some boots on the ground, somebody in that place with her. And then Sebastian, who knows when that next fight is coming? His next fight, his next check is a long ways away, and he needs some money, honey, in the interim. So he takes a job at the at the pet store, at the pet shop, at the groomers. They are, this clearly sounds like an opposites tracks. Romilly sounds like this, sweet, shy, reserved, dreamer. And then you got Sebastian, who, sounds like, like a bad boy. So it's set in a small town. So we have that small town romance, small town vibes. And it sounds like a cute little romance. So I will be very excited and eager to read this and see how that goes. All right, so the last book. Now this one I have not read, but I am in the process of reading it now. I'm listening to the audiobook because my Libby hold came up. So when that Libby hold hits, you gotta take advantage of it, which is perfect timing though, because I needed an audiobook for the car. So Honey and Spice by Bolu Babalola. So this is romance, contemporary romance. And y'all, let me tell y'all how far I am into it now. Let me see. Baby, it's good. I am 23% in, okay? So, I mean, the name alone, I mean, just honey and spice. Think about spices, think about fall, think about honey, you know, honey in your tea. And it's just, it definitely has, it's giving that 90s R&B vibe. It just feels so smooth and sassy in a way. So we have our main characters, Kiki and Malachi. We have our I can't get it out. So this is set on a college campus. This is in the UK. But our main characters are, you know, from Nigeria. So Kiki runs a radio show, has a radio show on campus. And I mean, it's one of those, it's for us, it's by us, for us, okay? And I think the show is even called Brown Sugar. So it definitely gives you that, you know, when you hear that, you think about, you know, those 90s love, you know, those 90s romance movies, those 90s, you think about Love Jones, you think about Brown Sugar. It gives those vibes, right? So Kiki, like I said, Kiki has a college radio show that is very much, you know, for the Black culture, for the, you know, for the community. It's there to support the Black community and things going on campus. But really, it's a show for the sisters, you know, to support Black women, for Black women. Kiki's radio show is generally a very supportive and safe environment for, you know, the Black queens on campus. But then she starts noticing, you know, there's some drama going on. And it's over some little knucklehead over some little dude, right? So it turns out there's a new player on the scene, and it turns out it's Malachi, all right? So, you know, she's advising all the girls, you know, stay away from that F-boy, yada, 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 know your worth. He ain't worth it. Respect yourself, queen. So, you know, like I said, she's on her radio show, you know, not outwardly calling him out by name, but definitely bashing him. And then somehow these two end up in a fake dating situation. So this one's gonna be interesting. It's already good time. It's already fun because Kiki is just so quick with them comebacks. She's confident. She knows who she is. She knows that she's intelligent. She don't need you to tell her that, okay? Okay. But just listening to her, you know, put people in their place, setting people straight, and, you know, just, you know, glimpse into college life, looking back on things. That's why it fits the vibe. It's a romance, it's a college setting, and it's just very like laid back, smooth, it's like, it's a kickback. So I'm enjoying it so far. And yeah, I can't wait to, I'm gonna have to get the physical of this because I also want to read her second book, which was, I think, Sweet Heat. I think it just came out this year, and heard so many people raving about it. So I'm tardy to the party with Honey and Spice, but baby, I'm gonna get caught up. Don't you worry about it. I'm gonna catch up. All right, guys. So that is it. Those are my, it's the 10. Those are, I'm not gonna say those are the 10, but those are 10 fall cozy reads that I think you need to read this season. So add those to your TBR expeditiously. If you read them, let me know what you think about them. If you've already read some of these, let me know down in the comments, what did you think of them? How did you rate them? Let me know, are there any priority reads for you this season? You know, period. You know, what are some books that you're looking forward to reading this fall? Let me know down in the comments. All right, if you all are still here, thank you so much. All right, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more. And until the next one, friends, bye.